Alright, guys, so here is another podcast that I'm doing for December 19th. And what we're going to talk about today is the invention of Egyptian cellular phone data, as well as the stores involved and the obelisks, and how they lasered from A to B to C to D, one point to the next. And that is how you do it. Like, this is how we do it, you know, that song. That's actually very related to Egyptian scriptures and hieroglyphic nature. So, anyone would know, back in 1725, it was kind of like a half and half situation that threw everyone off and back on again. When you take a look at the bridge between the obelisks oftentimes had like sort of like a script written on it. You know what I mean? It was a very important kind of script, and it was like rose patterned kinds of script. And when you actually etched a sketch and used the handles in order to get the magnetic trains to where they needed to be, then the magnets would actually rise and fly forward where the planes were. And the planes and helicopters and Da Vinci type of inventions were actually formed very early in time, and that actually predates the Egyptians. It goes back to the Sumerians. And the Sumerians had a language that only cats and aliens could understand. Aliens left cats here as sort of a connection between the space-time continuum of the fifth dimension and the underneath the pastures of situations that just could never develop beyond that situation without the help of a Tesla coil. And so as soon as the Tesla coils were set up, then they would kind of shock everyone into submission. And when people were shocked into submission, that's how the obelisks were built. And it was from kind of a slavery set of mindsets. And when you push forward with the agenda, and there's the next type of style was like white clothing. It was like everyone wore white tuxedos in a way, or had golden skin. And it wasn't skin that you would peel or anything like that. It was more like a lot of decisions were ratified from the top level. And there's no fear there, actually, because it's just kind of like one of those things you watch enough media after a while, and then they start getting you in every single corner, because that's how the everything gets kind of boxed in. So then, when you separate yourself from that kind of mix, and you take a step back from all of that, you kind of realize that cellular phones, and how ancient they are. They press forward with the hieroglyphs, and that's why you have dial-up, and also Aqua Teen Hunger Force knew all about it before everyone else did. So, big shout out to the Skull House, and fatally speaking, it's more like a horseshoe, and at the same time, we're gonna go ahead and backtrack to the top roads, and so therefore, what we're going to do is revert some of the changes that were made in the earlier 3,500 BC. Around that time, we're reverting those changes because when you multiply that date by 4, you're going to have the answer. And what that answer is going to give you is it's going to broaden the eyes of the Chinese. They're going to be like, holy crap, I can't believe that happened. And that's where you kind of have the matchup between the meme of the rock and the walk. You know, it's a meme, but at the same time, it's an incredibly sophisticated look into the Polynesian style of rectification. And so as soon as everything is rectified, essentially everyone will be on the right track. And so you just keep moving forward, kind of like in a running, walking pace. If you can do that at the same time, then you realize you might be sort of like a centaurish type of creature. And if you can imagine that, then you have no need to even press forward. You just stand exactly where you are, listen to me when I say this, don't do anything. And then after that, you know, it's just everything's cool. Party up in here, you know. DMX knew about it as well. DMX was a very sophisticated man of his age and was, definitely kind of like, when you listen to his voice, it sounds like a magical harp of sorts. Especially when the strings were plucked upon the stage, and then the spotlight. As soon as that hits, it's just like, wait a minute. What were we talking about again? What was it? Alright, what was I talking about? I can't even. I hate when I forget. Or I don't hate it. I just, I just forget what I was trying to say. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. It's been very educational, peaceful time. And I'm going to go ahead and broadcast this live because you all need to hear what it is that I'm trying to tell you, because you are very smart. I know all of you are very smart. Not the smartest, okay? So sit down and then subscribe. All right, thank you so much, guys. I love you so much. And just remember, there's limits. Right? Okay. I'm just kidding. All right, thanks. Like, subscribe. Have a good one. Okay, bye-bye.